Whispers beneath the orchard. The town of Red Meadow was famous for one thing, its orchard. Vast, endless rows of apple trees stretching farther than the eye could see. But townspeople avoided it after sunset. They said the orchard remembered things, it whispered, it listened, and sometimes, it answered. Evan Moore, a freelance photographer in his late 20s, had never believed in small-town ghost stories. He was passing through Red Meadow to capture autumn landscapes for his project. The orchard, with its twisting black branches and crimson apples glowing like embers, was perfect. He arrived just before dusk. The sky was bruised purple, and the wind tasted cold. He lifted his camera. Click. The shutter echoed strangely, as if swallowed. Evan frowned, glancing around. The orchard was completely still. Not a single leaf moved. As he walked deeper into the rows, he noticed something odd. The trees looked wrong. Twisted. Warped in ways nature wouldn't allow. Their branches curved inward, as though they were leaning close to listen. He shook off the unease and kept shooting. Click. This time, the camera didn't sound like itself. The echo seemed to come from underground. Evan knelt. The soil looked freshly disturbed, as though something had been buried recently, or dug up. Suddenly, a whisper brushed his ear. Go back. He spun around. Nobody. Hello, he called. Another whisper, softer, trembling. Please, don't wake it. Evan forced a laugh. Real funny. Who's there? The orchard answered with silence. He took a few uneasy steps backward, and bumped into something. A scarecrow. Except, there hadn't been one a moment ago. Its head was a burlap sack, stained dark around the mouth. Its arms hung strangely low, almost touching the ground. Its chest was stitched tightly, bulging unnaturally. Evan swallowed hard. Where did you come from? The scarecrow's head twitched. Just slightly, barely enough to see, but enough. No, Evan muttered, stepping away. But as he backed up, he stepped into a shallow pit hidden under fallen leaves and his foot hit something solid. He reached down. His fingers closed around a small wooden box. It was carved with symbols he didn't recognize, sharp, spiraling shapes that seemed to shift in the fading light. The whispers came again, now all around him. Put it back before it hears you. Evan's pulse crashed in his ears. He opened the box. Inside was a single apple, but it wasn't red or green. It was black, glossy, cold as metal. The orchard groaned, every tree at once, branches creaking like bones twisting. And the ground beneath him began to tremble. The scarecrow's head snapped toward him completely. Evan ran. He sprinted between rows, branches clawing at his clothes. The whispers rose into frantic shrieks. You shouldn't have taken it, it will follow you now it's awake. Behind him came the sound of heavy dragging, the scarecrow pulling itself along the earth with wet, tearing sounds. Evan gasped for breath, clutching the black apple against his chest. The exit was close, just beyond the final row of trees. But the orchard shifted. The rows twisted, bending into a new path, forcing him deeper instead of out. Come on, he shouted, panic breaking in his voice. His flashlight flickered, then died. Darkness swallowed everything. He stumbled blindly forward until he hit something soft and cold. A hand. He froze. Another hand gripped his shoulder. Then dozens of them, small, thin, dirt-covered, pulling, grabbing, climbing up his arms, his legs. Children's voices rose around him. We were buried for taking its fruit. Now you're one of us. Join us beneath the orchard. The ground gave way under his feet. He fell, tumbling into a narrow pit filled with roots that tightened around him like snakes. The scarecrow leaned over the edge, its sack head staring down, jaw slowly stretching open. Inside its mouth, something moved, a shape, hunched and writhing. Evan screamed. But earth filled his throat. Roots wrapped around his chest. His lungs burned. His vision dimmed. The last thing he heard was a whisper, gentle and final. Sleep now, we'll keep you company. The soil closed over him. The orchard fell silent. The next morning, townspeople found Evan's car abandoned near the entrance. But he was nowhere. Only his camera remained, lying between two trees. When they developed the final photo, it showed Evan standing in the orchard. A dozen small, pale hands reaching up from the soil around his feet. And behind him, the scarecrow, smiling through its stitched sack. Outro 10 seconds. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more dark tales and chilling nightmares.